Hey all, welcome to Voices of Data Protection. I'm your host Bhavanesh Rangarajan and I'm a Principal Program Manager at Microsoft. This series will feature the leaders, program managers from Microsoft, and experts from the industry to share details about the latest solution and processes to help you manage your data, keep it safe, and stay compliant. In this episode, I talk with Mavi Etzion-Greiser. Let's get started. Hey, Mavi, welcome to our Voices of Data Protection podcast. Really happy to have you here today. So, Mavi, why don't you give a quick introduction about yourself?
Hey, Mavi, super excited to be here. My name is Mavi, and I lead the Microsoft Information Protection and Security and Compliance Customer Experience team. My team helps customers deploy and use our security and compliance products, and they are spread all over the world, just ready to help our customers use our products.
So, Mavi, I've been talking to a few of my colleagues here at Microsoft, and I hear that you've not done a good job at all. What you've done is a great job. So why don't you talk about your program to bring all our audience up to speed?
During our first year anniversary right now, we did private previews, we did a lot of webinars, we did a lot of community blogs. We help customers deploy. We're doing video blogs. We're doing so many things just to help our customers understand the benefits of our solutions and how they can go ahead today and deploy it in super easy steps such as 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
If you have to summarize your top 3 achievements as a team over the last 1 year. And basically, I would like to wish you for your first anniversary over here with your team. So what would those 3 big achievements be?
I would say number 1 would be basically having the team well recognized, inside and outside Microsoft as the leader in deploying our security and compliance solutions. Second thing is the technical depth and understanding that the team has. This is a huge, huge, huge win because, we spend so many hours in understanding how our products work to help our customers benefit and help them deploy. And the third is everything that we're doing to benefit the customers. We're the voice of the customer within engineering. So we are channeling all the feedback back to engineering, and we help by that build a better product that will both benefit Microsoft, but also our customers.
That's good. What do you think are the things that you've done really well over the last 6 months or so in your team?
Really well is all the video blogs and the webinars that we did, the blogs that we did, all the presentation that we did at RSA, Ignite, and other, internal and external events at Microsoft. I think we did this very, very well. And also one thing that I want to highlight that I think we're still doing very well is we're able to identify the use cases for customers and help them build a policy to match their use cases specifically.
Okay. And I have also heard that, you do something called a customer learning day. Can you talk about that a bit? I'm pretty sure a lot of our customers or partners would want to feature there.
What a great question, Bobby. Thank you. So in Customer Learning Day, we give our customers the opportunity to talk to our leadership in Microsoft, share their good, the bad, the ugly. We're not looking for a lovey-dovey conversation. It's more of a constructive feedback on what Microsoft did well, but also we're interested in learning what we didn't do very well and what we could do to improve and help our customers deploy. This is basically 2 days where customers get the perfect opportunity to talk to our leadership team and share their use cases, experiences, and also roadmap and where they're headed and how we at Microsoft, what we can do to help them.
Wow, that seems to be really exciting. I mean, trying to have that kind of time with the Microsoft leadership team to come and tell what worked and what did not work is awesome. So Mavi, is there a way in which our customers can reach out to you and your team? Do you run some sort of sessions or consortiums and you can have these offline conversations to basically hear them out and try to basically bubble these things up to the right engineering leaders?
These customer learning days happen twice a year, but if there is a specific customer that, we see that has a very interesting deployment story or has, very constructive feedback or even very focused feedback on things that we're doing and can help us achieve more, we will always make sure that someone from either leadership or engineering would be on that meeting with that customer, regardless of customer learning day. The case, then yeah, we'll obviously reach out and make sure that this will happen.
Wow, that's great. What are all the various solutions that your team caters to?
Oh, wow. We're having 4 pillars in my team. One is information protection. That is all the information protection and DLP area. The other one is information governance. That's all the records management that we're doing. Third is discover and respond. That is the advanced e-discovery that we have in the advanced audit pillar. And last but not least is the insider risk and communication compliance section, which we're helping organizations protect their data from inside and also outside threats.
And where do you see a lot of uptake across this solution space? If you want to rank and say, well, here is where I see a lot of customers interested in, what would that be?
I can tell you that insider risk is something that is basically, there's a huge growing interest in that area, but also in our new endpoint DLP solution and in our team DLP. So those 3 areas, combining obviously with our other pillars, such as information protection, all together, this has a huge interest with our customers.
And I would definitely suggest our audience to watch all your webinars. I know that you guys basically advertise about it on LinkedIn and various other social media forms. That's a good thing. Yeah. Let me ask you this tough question, Mavi. So what do you think you and your team have not done really well as you would have expected, or what you would have done differently over the last 6 months?
If I really had to think about this, I think we needed to create more end-to-end stories to share with customers so they can see the value, for the whole compliance story and benefit from it. Because I think what we're doing is we're focusing just on information protection or just on information governance. But if we can tie this story as an end-to-end, that would resonate more with our customers. And this is something that I asked the team to focus on in the next few months. So customers, when they come to deploy our solutions, they will have the whole story and even understand, where to start from, what to do, what's coming next, how to plan for that. This is something that I think we should have done in the last 6 months, but we're going to focus it in the next 6 months.
And I remember one of our conversation, Mavi, this was like few months ago, wherein you also resonated saying that having some sort of an onboarding mechanism for our customers would make a lot of sense, because a lot of our customers are in different points in their journey on be it information protection or information governance. So we do not do a great job of tying those pieces of puzzle together. Do you want to chime in on that? Share your thoughts.
Yes. So what we found out is customers, they say, hey, you have this great solution, but help us out. Tell us where to start from, because, they come to our security and compliance center, but then they're overwhelmed with the amount of data that we're already showing them. And they just want our help, how to onboard, what to do, what's coming up next. And the thought that we had was around, helping them out in a very intuitive way, so they can go ahead and just enable some policies and just go ahead and benefit from products that they already own.
Okay. I think the way in which I would draw similarities is very much in context to how we have these taxation tools, right? We all do not understand tax to the same extent, but then these tools really help us, efficiently file our taxes every single year. So
Exactly.
Probably, yeah. Let's now head into the quick fire section, Mavi. So I'm going to just ask you a few of these questions and whatever comes to your mind. Customer.
Obsession.
Partner.
We're in this together.
Roadmap.
The way to success.
And what's success?
No limits.
And failure?
Never heard that word before.
Okay. I was actually expecting you would say something like that. It's not in my dictionary or something. I think that's about it. Is there anything else that you want to convey to our audience?
Yeah, I want to encourage our audience. Sometimes all our security products are so overwhelming and they don't know where to start or what to do. And sometimes they're busy in, let's first, have all the solutions and then we'll start thinking about what to do. No, you start doing with whatever you already own, because, building that first layer of security is actually the first step to ensure that your data is safe and protected.
Okay. So what I'll do is, Mavi, I would definitely encourage all our audience to basically go ahead and comment when they're listening to the podcast with any questions that they may have for you, or they can reach out on aka.ms/voices of data protection. And Mavi, is there any specific link that they can go to read about you and your team?
We post all our blogs at aka.ms/MIPC/tech community. That's a great place for resources. And for all our webinars that we're doing is at aka.ms/MIPC/webinars. So then they can see the previous webinars and all our future webinars.
Thanks a lot for that, Mavi. And you have a very nice evening ahead. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Voices of Data Protection. To learn more about this episode, visit our show page for links and resources about all that we discussed at aka.ms/voices of data protection. If you liked this episode, please share it with your friends and colleagues and subscribe to the show. In our next episode, I'll be talking with Nick Robinson. Keep up with the latest on data protection in compliance by visiting aka.ms/voices of data protection. See you all then.